Hello and welcome to the Luxury Lounge. That's right. Every Thursday we head in the lounge, we shut the door, and we air our grievances with the world. And there's no grievance that's too big or too small or too frivolous. Any grievance is a good grievance here in the lounge because the door's shut. No one can look at you and go, pa, there's bigger problems. There's other things going on. No, there's nothing else going on. Nobody's starving in here. There's no kids starving. You can complain. No one can attack you and say, but you gotta remember in the grand scheme. No, the grand scheme is your scheme. That's right. And if you want your Luxury Lounge complaint read, we like in-depth, specific complaints. Shelby's reading all the complaints. JTrainPodcast@gmail.com. JTrainPodcast@gmail.com. And listen, I want to thank you. Thank you for being a listener. Thank you for being a part of the show. We get so many complaints. It's like, it's really wild how involved, and it's a user-driven platform. We take the emails, you send them in, we read them. It doesn't happen without you. That's right. So keep sending them in, jtrainpodcast@gmail.com. Title it Luxury Lounge. Give us a little taste of what you're talking about. I'm on the road, people. Want to see you at the shows? Come on out. I've added dates. Things are happening. San Francisco, LA, Huntsville, Nashville, Springfield, Missouri, Austin, Texas, Providence. We're back, Providence. Raleigh, Chicago, New York, Dayton, Irvine, DC, Albany. If you heard your city, if it sounds familiar to you, jaredfreid.com. Get the tickets. Get the group chat together. Assemble that group chat, get them together, make it happen. We're going to have a great time. The jokes will be flowing, the beers will be drinking. We'll have a good time. So get it all together. And if you enjoy the Luxury Lounge, we do a Patreon version of the Luxury Lounge where your complaint will be read. We read them every week. Every week I read every complaint in the Patreon version. Patreon.com/JaredFreid, Patreon.com/JaredFreid. And YouTube, if you're on YouTube, I got all these new videos behind the scenes from the TED Talk. It's coming. More videos every day. YouTube.com/JaredFreid. Go check it out. Get subscribed to the channel. Okay, enough of that. Very excited. Today's guest, new to the JTrain universe, new to the lounge. He's got a new special called Hat-Trick. It's on YouTube. Speaking of YouTube, it's on there right now for your enjoyment. Fahim Anwar, thank you for coming on.
Honored to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you.
Pleasure to have you in the lounge.
Yeah.
You're one of those comics. You live in LA.
Yes.
But your videos pop up. I see them all the time.
That's the algorithm, you know? I see yours pop up.
Yeah.
It's weird to know each other just through little clips and stuff on Instagram, and then you go, "Oh, cool, nice to meet you in person."
Yes, like to actually have a conversation instead of dating's hard.
Yeah.
And just oh, that's the dating's hard guy. Yeah,
yeah, he's normal off stage. That's good to know.
Yeah, well, sometimes they're not.
This is true.
Sometimes you have someone over and you're like, "Oh, this is
always on."
Always on is tough.
Yeah,
I hate when someone thinks you're always going to be on. You must get that because you have an energy act.
But the thing is, I am so not that off stage. For me, there's a time and place.
I agree with that.
And I think there's just this notion with people when they meet comedians that they think oh, they're just off the wall all the time. And there is a version of that, but then there's people who are just people off stage.
Well, that's the thing is they almost, sometimes people come at you like they're ready for this prize fight.
Or they want to show,
I
thought your boyfriend's a comedian. He's just gone quiet.
You're just going to stand there?
Yeah.
Just going to stand there?
I'm not getting paid. I'm at a dinner.
Yeah,
I'm off the clock.
Yeah, I want to eat. I want to hang. I want to, how's your day? I want to ask about you. And I guess it's our own fault too, because we do know those people that it's I get around that comic where it's and you're I'm going to go to another table.
I'm kind of the same way. Or I'm not trying to jump in and yes and that.
No, yeah. I am not looking to literally do improv for a whole night.
Yeah.
Some people do that. And you go, I don't know if you have how do you have the energy to do anything else?
Yeah. I think some people, their person, it fuels them. That is their nuclear reactor.
Mm-hmm.
That's how they get all their energy. And for me, it's kind of more, once I'm off stage, I'm sort of, I'm observing, and that powers me.
Yeah, and it happens with dating. Are you single?
No, I have a girlfriend.
You have a girlfriend.
Yeah.
This happens with dating a lot, where I get approached by people that think funny, we're funny, I'm funny, so let's go out.
Yeah.
And you go, no, I'm going to shut up. I'm going to be very, I'm gonna like be like, oh look, that's annoying.
Like they
right?
thought they had a funny wingman. Like, finally, I've been looking for you my whole life.
Yeah.
Let's go rip.
Finally, we can go scream at people in their face. Ah! Like, I think they think we're gonna go on a date and just go, and you're like, no, I just want to chill. I want to have a drink.
You ever get this after a show? It's very nice because like they will have enjoyed the show, and the guy's like, dude, you were so funny, man. Let me get you a drink.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then sometimes I'll be like, I don't drink a lot. Every now and then maybe I will, but I'm like, I'm okay. Thank you so much though. He's like, no, come on, man. What do you want?
Yeah.
Because they want to, like, the compliment is not enough for them
Yeah.
to give you. They want to show you that they're like a tier 1 Patreon member.
Well,
for alcohol.
that's the thing. I appreciate it, but I do think when someone buys you a drink, they've bought your time. They've bought a ticket to the next show.
That's a good point. I never thought about it.
Well, that's what gets me frustrated because I always say, no, listen, the drink, they got me for free. I'm drinking all night. I all that glitters is gold, and I'm killing it. Let's hang. I'll have my drink, and then I have the freedom to be like, it was nice to meet you. Gotta go. Because then they go, well, we got you a drink.
I didn't realize that.
We just did a shot together. I've been in that. I've been in. I've spent a week with a couple because they bought me one shot, and I'm like, it feels awkward leaving. It's like,
dude, I bought you a shot.
You're gonna leave?
You're gonna leave after 3 days.
Dude, I've been sleeping on the couch. Can I please go home? Like, that's what it turns into.
Why'd you take the shot then if you weren't gonna stay with us for 3 days?
Dude, it was a good Jaeger shot, but it doesn't mean that I'm now your live-in help.
Yeah, they don't realize that is one of the perks of stand-up is we do get the free drinks if we want it. So it's a nice gesture.
Yeah, I don't think anyone understands the currency exchange of comedy at all. Like sometimes people will be like, "Do they give you they give you a warm meal, man?" Like they think like you're like there,
Like we're a
like
prisoner?
Yeah, we're like losing all money by doing this, and then there's some people like, so you drink everything, you get it all. You're like, I don't know, I don't think anyone understands anything. Like,
But the early days of stand-up, it was like that, where you were like, oh man, I get a burger. Like I'm going to MC this show and I get a burger and fries. And if I do well, I get a soda.
This is going to be great. And then, I guess sometimes people, you ever been to have someone try to tip you?
After a show?
Yeah.
Oh, one time some old dude was like, that was great. Like this old rich dude is like, that was fantastic. And he like gave me 100 and it felt dirty. I didn't want it, but it was 100. And I was like, I'm going to take the 100.
Yeah, 100. I mean, I had someone give me a 5 once and I was like, you think I need a 5? You think this is going to like, what's the thought here?
With a 5, you should like go and get his car. You know what I mean? Like bring his car around.
Yeah, you got the keys? I'm take it around.
Give the Snooki for the valet if it's a 5.
Hey,
there you are.
The show was great. Blue Nissan. Fahim, we're pumped to have you here. The special, it's called Hat Trick. Why'd you call it Hat Trick?
Because I shot at the Comedy Store, and the Comedy Store has 3 showrooms. And this special, I did all 3. Because normally in specials, it's in one of them.
Okay.
So I do like first 15 in the OR. Then I go to the main room and do 15 there. And then the belly room. And then it's hanging out. It's just capturing the Comedy Store in a way like from the POV as a comic.
So the Comedy Store is like the West Coast like mecca for comedy.
It'd be like a cellar, I would think.
It's a cellar, right?
Yeah.
And I've been there and I've kind of hung around. Like whenever I've gone, it's as a visitor. I feel like I'm in another country a little bit, and I keep to myself and like I'll go from all those rooms and check them out. And it does feel like it's like, this, I guess the difference between the cellar and the store to me is like, it feels like it's the kids running the show. Like it's like the comics are really in charge. Yeah. It seems as though I never see someone who works there.
They are. Like, yeah, you're kind of right though. It is sort of like it's a comic hang, and that we do kind of. It's a well-oiled machine. It doesn't require a lot of, like, everyone knows the deal. There's not a ton of egos there because some of the lineups, everyone knows to do like 15. They don't go over. Yeah. It's tag team. There's no MC. So it's like, I'll bring Marin up or Burr, and then Burr will bring up Sebastian. So
well, that's the thing. Like you at the cellar, there's like, like I'm friends with like the managers there. I'm friends with like the staff and like, they're very much involved in like, hey, you coming downstairs, you going, and I just like, it does seem like everyone just like, oh yeah, I got you. The next person like coming up, I know you're coming up. Like even the nature of tag team show where you're oh, I'll remember their name. Like, you know, it's very much, I don't know, there's a different vibe.
I guess, yeah. I guess when there's no MC and it's tag team, everyone kind of knows to do their part where, okay, I know when my time slot is, I know who I'm going after, and I know who I'm bringing up. And if I don't, I'll be like, how do I say the name?
So you have to talk to each other.
Yeah.
I mean, I used to host at the Cellar a lot, and there was a lot of like, where's this comic? Like, I'd be running around, and then it's like, if we're late, Jared, are we behind? And it's like, I got to keep a lot of math going.
Well,
here.
yeah, when you're an MC, you're kind of like the maestro of the show, so you got to track down what do you want, and then you're responsible for all the credits. But when it's broken up, like, you know, 10 or 15 comics on the show, then that responsibility is just for the comic going after it, you know?
Yeah.
So it's not one guy having to remember all the
one thing.
But the way you feel about the store, I feel about the Cellar, because whenever I go there, it's this storied place of New York. I'm a West Coast kid. It's, I think, venues that you don't play very often, there's this mystique and romance to it. Like, I bet you're like a duck in water at the Cellar.
Now I feel much more comfortable, but it is, I know what you're talking about, because you go in, you're like, it's almost like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, I have that feeling of like when I'm at the store, I'm like, it's all like something I recognize, but in a different language.
Yeah.
You know, like,
you would need to be immersed in it, and then it would lose that. Like, once you understand the space and the vibe and the energy, everything's fine.
Yeah.
And I think the same would be true if I have a lot of guys who would vouch for me to get past the Cellar, but I'm never here long enough to want to take them up on it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to come here.
Because you want to be able to like do it again and again.
I don't want to do it like once and then I don't come back for a year, or I would want to use that when I'm here for a regular amount of time.
Also with the store, it feels like it's like I'm like in the 80s hair band. Like, it feels like I'm just like in a era.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's an era that I feel like I would be very uncomfortable in.
80s hair metal.
80s hair metal. You know, just like everyone ripping lines and just like, you ready to rock? You're gonna die. You know, like they're doing Welcome to the Jungle.
But what if you would have excelled? What if that was your era?
Maybe that was what I missed out. Yeah. So the special you taped at the store.
Yeah.
And so that just like this is the Brave New World we talked about before we started taping. We want everyone to go follow Fahim on Instagram, on Twitter, on Snapchat, on TikTok, the whole thing, but we want you to watch it on YouTube.
On YouTube, yeah. Yeah, we were just talking about that before the cameras were rolling, just sort of the new paradigm we're in where we're kind of taking control of our own careers, because, you know, when I was coming up, there was a certain way to do things. Like you would try to get like a late night set, and then you would try to be an actor on a sitcom, like on an ABC, TGIF sitcom or whatever. Just be the wacky friend.
The friend. I mean, being the friend was like, is the goal. Like 7 lines.
Everyone loves, like, you come through, woo!
Big woo.
No pressure on you.
Tons of laughs. Always laugh lines. You're getting all the fun. And then you go home.
You go home. And then you tour because everyone's like, hey, you're Brad from... yeah, the Wilsons.
Yeah, Brad Wilson. That's him. And then,
but now, if you're on a sitcom, everyone's like, what? You're like, oh, it's been on for 6 years. I watch TikTok.
Well, I guess you're just getting, you know, you just go to the bank a lot. You know, like just making tons of dough.
That's the weird thing. Yeah. You'll make a lot of money.
Yeah.
But in terms of, like, we're stand-ups. We like touring. We like doing...
Want to do shows.
So people need to know you from something, and they don't really know you from sitcoms anymore.
No.
It's more from podcasts or like TikTok clips.
Yeah, I don't know what poster I would look at and be like, from ABC? You know, like I wouldn't even know.
Yeah.
Like I guess I would know the Tiger King. Like that'd be like the only TV person I would know.
Stand-up?
If I was Tiger King, I'd be on the road like crazy.
That's the weird thing about public appearance stuff, is that's how it is, man. If you kind of... Like, remember when Stormy Daniels was doing stand-up for a little bit?
Yeah.
Because why not?
That didn't bother me. Some people were like truly bothered by that. I was like, in what world is she taking
your, like, you think like Stormy's taking your fans? Do you want those fans?
No, it's like
my top comics are Jared and Stormy Daniels.
Stormy Daniels, yeah, those are my favorites. So the last two, like, you wouldn't even want someone being like, "Oh, what shows did you see last year?" Well, we went to Stormy Daniels. You'd be like, okay, just stay. Don't come.
She had this one. She was great. Like her and Bill Burr, I think those were like the 2 best shows that we went to all year. Stormy might be. I like her new stuff.
The new stuff's good. She's really gotten away from like the porn, the politics. She's really talking about family.
Yeah, she's really getting in there.
Let's get to some complaining. We're here in the Luxury Lounge. JTrain Podcast at gmail.com. We're here with Fahim Anwar. Go check out the special. YouTube. Go. It's called Hat Trick. Is it youtube.com/Fahim Anwar? Is that?
Yeah, so it's on my channel. So youtube.com/Fahim Anwar. But that might be tough to spell. If you type Hat Trick Comedy Store, done. It should come up. And
it's great. It's fantastic. There's already a bit that I know everyone's going to love. The Wolverine
yes,
claws. I mean, it's very up the alley of this podcast, cool. Audience. People will love it. We'll share it out. So let's get to the lounge. I'll do my complaint first. Hit the music. Jared, he has some problems. Jared, he's got some issues to do. Get off his chest right now. Jared has a lot of issues. Jared has a issue with a lot of things that we can discuss. Can you relate to the problem?
Yeah.
Now? This is going to be the remix. Be the end of the summer. Yeah,
the marshmallow thing.
My complaint is very comedy centric, but it's very like, we put ourselves out there. I love that people love this podcast. I love that people watch on YouTube. I was in the middle of the street. I was in New York, so I was here this weekend. I'm on my phone, headphones in. A young woman comes up to me. She goes, Jared, I'm a huge fan. I go, oh my God, thank you so much. I go straight into thank yous.
Yeah.
That is the greatest fan. I'm some fucking weirdo on the internet. I get it. It's a weird thing. This relationship is new. It's different. It's not friend on the sitcom.
Right.
It's
personal.
Guy whose podcast. So she calls a huge fan. And I go, oh, thank you so much. She goes, I've been to the U Up show. I've been to your stand-up shows. I've been to seeing you at the Cellar. I go, thank you. Like I'm hitting her with thank yous at every fucking turn. She's going, Cellar, thank you, got you. U Up show, got you, thank you. All of a sudden, her friend comes up. I don't even know you. Here's the thing. When you say, I don't even know you, you have put me in a defensive position where it looks like I have to look like I care that you don't know me.
Yeah.
And I've created a line. I create lines to get this person. I've had someone, you've had that. I don't even know you. I didn't even know you before I came here. Mm-hmm. You've gotten that, right?
Yeah, maybe once or twice.
Yeah.
But usually everyone knows me. No, I'm just kidding.
Everyone.
No, not at all.
Yeah, I knew it. But you get that. You have that one friend. The friend knows you, and then the friend goes, I don't even know you. And so I've created a line. I say, most people don't. You're right. Boom. We're out of it.
Did she feel... Hopefully she feels terrible.
Reversed her. Have her in a headlock. She had me in the headlock, and then I'm... But mine's a hug, because I've given her love.
Oh, shit.
I let her off the hook.
Yeah.
And I'm going like this. No, I'm hugging her and going, shh, shh.
It's not your fault.
Not your fault.
It's not your fault.
You were a little self-conscious. You couldn't believe someone was doing enough success in their life that someone could know who they are. You were so self-conscious about your own lack of success that you came at me with, I don't even know you. And then I reversed your negativity into a positive. I out-negative you. Most people don't know me. I'm Jared. Nice to meet you.
What did she do after you did that?
She goes even shittier.
Whoa.
That's what bothers me. This is because I've seen this before. Then the friend goes, can I get like a picture? And then the other girl goes, you should give her like a free ticket or something for going to all your shows.
Okay.
That's what, and I go, I'm like, what am I, an ice cream shop? I'm giving out the punch card. Get 9, get the 10th free. What are you talking about? You don't think there's an exchange of goods? I bring the funny, you get the laugh, and then we're good. This isn't even exchange. Some would say I don't charge enough.
That's true. A lot of this stuff is free.
And I looked at her, I go, she goes, don't you think she kept repeating herself, don't you think she should get a free ticket to one of your next shows because she's such a fan? And it's like, no, I have self-worth. And I go, I would, but then she might bring you. That would be horrible. And it's like, These people, and the friend messaged me later, the one that knew me, she goes, I'm so sorry, my friend was rude. And it's like, the thing is, I'm very nice and also appreciative. I'm a fan. Oh my God, I can't believe that. It worked. I put my bullshit into the universe. I'm singing off key. Someone connected with it. And the miracle of anyone enjoying anything is a miracle.
Oh, yeah.
And then this person comes in with her shit fucking attitude to try her best to prod the lion, because that's who I am.
Yeah.
We're professional talkers. You're coming in at me, and I'm reverse jujitsuing, hugging you, letting you off the hook. We're not going to let you off the hook for that long. You keep coming at us, I'm going to come at you with ba-boom. I'd give her the free ticket if it wasn't for you.
You said that?
Yeah, this is it.
Boom. Come on. She had her chance to back down, but she doubled down.
Double down. That's the thing. It's just like, I can tell someone's confidence level by how good of a compliment they give. Good complimenters, high confidence people.
Yeah.
Hey, man, that was an amazing show. Thank you so much.
I'm trying to understand.
High confidence.
What is the lady thinking, do you think? What is her thought process when she says, I've never heard of you? Do you think there's a chance that it was like weird, negging, flirty?
I think there's an element of that. I think it's a negging.
So that's an indirect compliment.
Indirect compliment. I think it's their own insecurities, though, playing out in real life. I think they're going, they need to know that I don't know them. They need to know that they too are not that great. This person's making you feel too great in my presence. They need to know they're not great.
Let's go back to the scene, all right? I know it's clouded. You first you jump to, she's trying to bring me down a peg. But if you can remember in your mind's eye, when she said, I've never heard of you, did she have a slight smile? Or was it a stone cold, I've never heard of you? Because that's pure venom. But if she's like, I've never heard of you, it's different.
It had a smile. It had a smile.
All right.
Which I'm okay with. But to me, that's
still
to me
not the way to do it.
It's a lack of respect for us being professional talkers. To me, it's like, oh, I'm as good a talker as you. Let me get in there and spar with the champ.
Right.
I'm not jumping into a boxing ring with a professional boxer. To me, that's what she's doing. She's like, oh, I'm funny. I'm going to bring it. Let me cut this guy at the knees.
Well, that's the thing with comedy, is that everyone has made someone laugh,
of course,
at work. So it seems the same as or it doesn't seem the same as jumping into the ring with Floyd Mayweather.
That's what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
And I agree. Everyone has a good personality. Having a good personality doesn't mean you're funny. We know that. I had to learn the difference very quick. Remember my first open mic? I'm like, yeah, I'll do what I do with my friends.
Right.
And then you get there, you're like, oh, fuck. I don't know shit. Let's get to Fahim's complaint.
I mean, yours is better than mine. Mine
isn't a compare.
It's not a competition?
No.
Well, that makes me feel better.
It's the guest's turn to complain.
Two songs, damn.
They're ready
High
to
production
jump in.
quality.
So I'm not.
They've
should I wait for the
got
song?
lots of problems too. It
It's
ain't
not all about Jared.
Jared. Let's hear their complaint of the day. Let's hear their complaint of the day. They're invited on the show to have some fun and complain with you. Let's hear that complaint.
All right.
Okay.
So I don't spend a lot of time in New York, and a lot of the sensations and stuff and sights and sounds and is starting to seep in a bit, so I have a little perspective on it. It's I'm just always sweaty, kind of. I'm always damp, and I don't love that. It's a very damp city. You got to go in the tunnel, and you think you have a reprieve from it when you're walking down the street, and then you got to go back into the tunnel, and it's just climate. It's too much. I always have this sheen on me too.
Yes.
I feel like if a girl sees me or something, if I was single, like I would look my worst all the time in New York.
You're always glistening.
Yeah.
And especially summertime in New York. It is an underrated heat city. It traps the heat in. It's like an oven. All the buildings keep it in, asphalt. And here's the thing. You have this thing in New York where people are like, don't sit on the bed when you've been in your New York clothes. And this is, one of those things that like people, from New York, they get this reputation of being high anxiety and a little annoying. And I think it has to do with the heat because we have to live a different way here.
Yeah.
You can't just go home and be like, oh, I'll shower in the morning. No, if you shower in the morning, you have infested the whole, the whole thing. That's not a possibility.
Yeah. This is like a 3 shower a day city. That's how
in the summer,
sometimes.
3 showers, winter, 2. Like you're sweating and you have a car. Like a car with air conditioning.
Bro.
That is a building that is built to make you feel better and more, comfortable.
LA, I feel like a piece of produce. I'm always climate controlled.
Yes.
I'm in a car. I'm always at a nice, perfect, 70 degrees Fahrenheit at all times. You're just in different pods. Yes. Personal pods on the way to whatever it is. But here, you're exposed to the elements, then you got to go underground, and then it's windy in the fucking tunnel.
You're shoulder to shoulder. That's why people from New York aren't rude. They're just getting to where they got to go.
Yeah.
I'm sweating. Move. Come on.
Yeah, everything's on top of each other and very different things happening. I mean, I'll try it as a bit, but you walk around the city sometimes when you're not of the place and you just get all these new kind of joke ideas because you're looking at it with. I'm sure when you come to LA, you have this perspective that I don't have because I've been there for so long.
Absolutely.
So it doesn't strike me as strange, but to hear it from you, it'd be like, oh fuck, that's right.
Yes.
Because I just take it as it is.
Dude, I went and did shows in China. I remember I was like, China, and then you finally find out what it's like to be an abroad comic coming here. When someone's from another country, that's why all our, the only people trust are British guys.
Yeah.
Because British guys come here and we go, hey, you are looking at it from a different way. You don't have a bias. You're not from the Northeast and I think 7 things about you because you're from the Northeast.
Right.
You're not from San Francisco, so I think 7,000 things of you because you're from there.
Right.
Yeah.
They're not tainted with this other baggage of knowing the different parts of the U.S. It's
totally.
Completely fresh eyes.
And it's kind of nice.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we trust it.
This is true.
But listen, I didn't notice you were sweating.
Well, that's why I was when I came here, I go, can I go to the bathroom? And that was a little
wipe down.
a little halftime wipe down.
That's right.
To be camera ready.
Well, good thing I have a bathroom attendant in my apartment.
That's true.
Good
I
to
thought
go.
that was weird, but it sped up the process.
That's
You
right.
had a mint for me. How much do you pay that guy?
Not very much. Let's go to the emails. You ready?
Yeah.
JTrainPodcast@gmail.com. We're here in the luxury lounge. We've got Fahim Anwar. Hat Trick. It's on YouTube right now. We are sponsored, people. Ooh. JTrain Podcast is brought to you by Quip. Good habits. Good health starts with good habits. Quip makes it easy by delivering all the oral care essentials you need to care for your mouth. I'm a huge Quip fan.
Mm-hmm.
Here's what I like about Quip. They basically stayed in the lane of teeth. They're like, we are going to be the best company. We're going to take all the things that you do for oral care and we're going to make them better. We're going to make them better towards your life. So they have great the toothbrush is on a timer. So it's like, oh, I have a toothbrush. It's great. But are you brushing long enough? You don't know. This has a timer that pulsates every 30 seconds so you know to switch the quadrant of your mouth. It's stuff like that. They'll have a mouthwash that's beautiful and looks good on the counter that you press on the top and it gives you the right amount.
Ooh, that's nice.
It's all this stuff that's built. It's just built for your life. Beyond the brush, Quip has everything you need to build a complete routine. Okay, refillable gum that's sugar-free, long-lasting flavor, and it comes in like a Pez dispenser. So it's like built for your pocket. Do you know what I mean? They're building things to make sure.
On the go in New York, too. It would be nice to have that
on
gum
the go
Pez dispenser.
They have the what's it called? The floss that you clip into their floss machine. Like everything has a sleek design. It is engineered to be better for you. And if you go to getquip.com/JTrain right now, you'll get your first refill free. That's the other thing. You don't want to be at CVS, Walmart, wherever you are, going to, oh shit, I got to go, oh my God, I got to go pick up toothpaste. I got to go pick up a new toothbrush. They're going to deliver it every month. And you're going to get a first refill free. That's your first refill free at getquip.com/JTrain. That's GETQUIP.com/JTrain. Quip, the good habits company. Getquip.com/JTrain. Your first refill free. I love that. You ready to go to the lounge?
Let's do it.
Luxury Lounge, lawnmower gift. Hey, Jared, Feather, I have a wedding gift luxury lounge complaint. My wife and I have been instructed by one of our guests to not purchase a lawnmower because they bought us one. The conundrum is it's summer and raining all the damn time, so our lawn is directly out of a scene from Jurassic Park. We posted how long our grass was in a Snapchat, and this guest snapped back saying, don't buy a lawnmower. Oh, this is annoying. When prompted, they admitted to having bought us one for our wedding, but they need to deliver it to us since they live about 3 hours away. It's been several weeks since our wedding, and the snap, so my wife and I have been borrowing her father's lawnmower, which is a hassle having to pass it back and forth. We don't want to be impolite by asking this guest when they plan on delivering our lawnmower, but we also don't want to waste money on a cheap lawnmower while we wait. Sincerely, I need a lawnmower, and pretty soon, Jeff Goldblum, too. This is a great issue. This is a huge problem.
Yeah, what do you do?
They've alerted you, we got you a gift. It's coming. And you're just sitting there like,
in the meantime, look at this.
yeah, this is, and it's like, it's not like they bought you a vacation. This is a part of your life. You need the lawnmower.
Yeah.
Like, oh, no. Don't get a garbage can.
Just piling up in
It's
your
just
living room.
piling, yeah.
Well, I mean, I think they got to talk to them and be like, look, I'm so glad that we can't wait for that lawnmower.
Yeah.
The grass is getting kind of tall. Do you have any idea when maybe, not to rush you or anything, but like, let's figure out a solution together.
Yeah. And it's like, oh, they've already been married. Stop, don't go, don't do another thing. And you're like, this happens a lot though, where someone's like, no, don't do that because I'm coming. And they've over promised, under delivered at this point. And they should take a video of them with grass up to their face.
Can't wait till it gets here.
Hey, just let us know when it's coming. Hey, just let us know. They're just
cornfield.
Hey guys, like people do this though. It's coming. Oh, wait till you see my gift. And you're like, well, how about you deliver it now so I don't have to fucking sit here in a forest?
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see how long this goes on for.
What's your wedding gift of choice?
I mean, I'll always hit the registry because that takes all the
that
guesswork.
Makes it so easy.
Yeah, I like that.
Well, that's what these people have looked at the registry like, no, we got a good idea.
That's a real curveball.
Right?
Like it's like a mirror and these beautiful dining sets. And they go, you're going to like this lawnmower.
Yeah.
We're going to get you a riding lawnmower.
And they don't know how good the lawnmower is. That's the thing. On a registry, you get to say, all these things help my life.
Yeah.
Or they're things I want. The minute you go off registry and you're like, everyone needs a lawnmower. And you go, well, not everyone needs a lawnmower. This is like an old uncle thing where they tell you what you need.
I like the wild card off registry. Like, no. Trust me.
You don't even know what you want.
Yeah. You're going to love this thing. It's got 200 horsepower. The blades on it are insane.
Oh, you don't understand. We mow this lawn like crazy. And you're like, how about you deliver it and we'll decide whether this was a good idea or not.
Yeah. How come money is that like poo-pooed or is that still okay?
I think people don't know how much money to give.
Money. Oh, really?
I think that's where it becomes like with the registry, you go, they asked for this, they wanted this, whatever it is, and it's like $79.99. You kind of feel like you caught a break.
Yes, but sometimes they'll be on a registry and it's kind of pricey, man.
Yeah, well, can't you split them? Can't you get like a fifth?
That is funny.
Of a
when like 4 people go in on a bedroom mirror.
Yeah,
like that's how fucking pricey it is from. What is it? Restoration Hardware or something?
We went splitsies on a mirror.
Yeah. Yeah, 5 people shouldn't be tabulated for going 5th on a mirror. Like that's when it's a little too much for your people.
But at least it's something they asked for. If this person was like, and I bet you this person spent more than they wanted to spend. They're like, well, but the mower is so good. They're going to love it
when it gets there. Maybe they're riding it to the actual location and that's why it's taking so long. They're on the freeway.
That's the only way that this makes sense to me. That's the only way I'm like, oh yeah, no, they're riding it. Oh, okay. Now, if they were like, no, we're gonna be there soon, I'll be like, all right, well, they rode it all the way here.
Yeah.
The gas prices are crazy,
Yeah.
A riding mower.
There should be a follow-up. I'm curious when they actually get it, and how is the lawnmower? Are you appreciative of it?
I would call them and I would say, hey, this mower
Changed my life.
can't wait for it. No, literally, I can't wait for it. My grass is so tall, I can't get out of my house. Please send it now. JTrainPodcast@gmail.com. JTrainPodcast@gmail.com. Here with Fahim Anwar. Go check out his special. It's on YouTube right now. It's called Hat Trick Luxury Lounge. Go fund my sister-in-law's life. JTrain and guests, lucky me. I've somehow been included in a group text message with people I don't even know that included a GoFundMe link. Who is it from? My husband's friend's wife. My husband's friend's wife, okay, with whom I have only kind of interacted. Sure, her sister-in-law probably needs financial help, but don't back me into a group text corner with people I don't even know begging me for money. Now I'm the asshole who didn't respond with condolences or money. Sincerely, go fund yourself. So they got a group text with a GoFundMe link from their husband's friend's wife for their sister-in-law's issue.
Oh, is it a medical thing?
I would assume. What do you think about this?
Yeah, that's tough, especially when you are a satellite of the person. And it's tough because that situation is terrible. You know what I mean? Like when someone's going through that. But then there's a larger thing of like, well, it kind of sucks that healthcare in this country is just a GoFundMe. Right?
That's an option.
Yeah, hopefully
That's
you
some
have
people's first options.
Yeah, the doctor's like, we got the results. Do you have a lot of friends?
Do you have a close knit group of friends with money, with more money than you?
Do you know any big celebrities who could retweet your dilemma?
Yeah, that is down the road of why this is so sad.
Yes.
I don't want to be on a group chat with numbers I don't recognize.
Of course, yeah.
To me, what's most bothersome about this is their thought of putting you on the group chat does not equal your anxiety of not answering. Like this person, they don't care about the sister, the husband's friend's wife, sister-in-law. Like, but now they're on a group chat with like, how did this group chat come together? How did you choose these names? The idea, if you can't title the group chat, then you shouldn't be on the group chat. If you can't look at the top and go, Bible friends, and you go, oh, this is all our religious friends. Like the title of the group chat, I should know why I'm on it.
Totally. Yeah. Yeah. I guess the way you feel, you don't need to feel that way because they already overstepped. Like,
yes.
Like you're feeling bad for their faux pas.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's a huge faux pas. I mean, I guess the title of this group chat would be Other Randos Who Might Have Money.
Yeah.
Like, if I can't title the group, then I don't feel bad for being non-responsive, not giving money. Like, and that's the thing with the GoFundMe's is like there's horrors all over the world. Like,
yeah, it's hard to keep up.
It's
Honestly,
hard to keep up.
You could GoFundMe every day and just be bankrupt. Like, so many pop through, and it's hard because you want to do what you can, but
it should be GoFundMe's you should only have the ability. It should be like lives in a video game. Like you only get one, GoFundMe opportunity to ask. Like you shouldn't get more than like in a lifetime. You get like 3. And it's like, oh, dad has cancer. You ran out. You used one on
your trip to the Poconos that you wanted to do the GoFundMe.
Yeah, or you used one on your friend of a friend from college that you sent out the link. Like you should only be allowed to send out. You know how you get like. 3 free reads of the New York Times a month?
That for GoFundMe?
That for GoFundMe. You can only send out the link to a GoFundMe 3 times in your life. And if you run out of them, you're out.
People would be more discerning with their GoFundMe.
I think we need a little bit more discernment.
You know what'd be great? You know how like local news would always have those exposés where they follow someone, like a contractor who said his neck is all fucked up.
Yes.
And they find him on a trampoline.
Yeah.
He's always on a trampoline doing
always on a
backflips. He's like,
trampoline, yeah.
oh. Like, you could have done anything else but jump on a trampoline.
You found me during my jumping hour.
They should do that for, like, I would love to see a show where it's just like GoFundMe busters. So people
Dude.
who do this shit about like a fake medical thing or like a...
Because they all can't be real.
I mean, I know a large portion probably are. But
We're
you
being
know
cynical, but I
there's gotta
agree
be
with
some grifters out there. And I would love to see...
Catfish for GoFundMe.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're totally right. It's a great idea because
you.
it has to exist. It has to. We can't... I don't believe that everyone is an angel on earth and when every other facet of life, people aren't angels on earth.
Yes.
You know?
And it's too easy to do. Like, why wouldn't you? The ease to make that money if you were grifting, you just throw a picture up, a story, and it's like no work
Yeah.
to have it circulate.
I guess I know very little of how the money comes out of a GoFundMe. Like, do they have to be? Does the money have to go to approved partners, like a hospital or whatever? But I would be very interested to know.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, if there are charities that are literally fake charities, then there has to be fake GoFundMe's.
Right. Yeah, I think GoFundMe is not always to like a Ronald McDonald House. I think it can, because people will do it for their vacations too, I think.
Really?
Is GoFundMe just for medical calamities?
There's one that's... Is it Make-A-Wish? That's medical. No,
That's for kids.
That's for kids who are
Yeah.
going away. I mean,
On a trip? Or what do you mean going away?
They're having an issue. Yeah.
But I heard that some Make-A-Wishes aren't, it's not always like the final frontier. Some kids will get these wishes or whatever. And it's not like they're going to go on a trip.
Like, okay. That's nice.
That's nice. Right? Because it's always associated with, if this great thing's happening to this kid, then he doesn't got much time.
I mean, yeah. It sounds horrible.
Yeah, there is that, but I think there's ones where
How
it's
do
not
people,
that bleak.
But this is what gets me frustrated. How do people do a GoFundMe for their honeymoon when they know there's Make-A-Wish kid out there? I don't know. I guess that's the luxury lounge. That's why we're here. But it's like, how do you straight face send out a link? Hey guys, we're trying to go on a honeymoon. Hawaii's really nice over the fall, and if you have any extra dollars, like. JTrainPodcast@gmail.com. JTrainPodcast@gmail.com. Here with Fahim Anwar. I mean, this next one is on a very similar subject. Swanky hotel asking guests for donations.
For what?
Before we get to that, we're sponsored people. The JTrain podcast is brought to you by Solo Stove. Life's best moments happen around a roaring fire and smokeless fire pit from Solo Stove. Make your outdoor moments even more memorable. This is what I love. I love Solo Stove. I love what it's doing. Here's what Solo Stove is doing. It is a fire pit. It's a smokeless fire pit. It can be put truly most places in your around your home. It can be put in the backyard. A corner of your yard is going to be used that you never would have used. You can make it into this oasis of crack a beer, put the fire on, summertime, laughs and memories, and it's all wonderful. You can upgrade your backyard with a Solo Stove fire pit. It's the perfect excuse for getting outside and spending more time with family and friends. Solo Stove fire pits are brilliantly engineered, made with premium grade stainless steel and a 360-degree airflow system that maximizes efficiency while minimizing smoke. Your fire is blazing in minutes with a few bits of starter. No Boy Scout badge required. I love this. I just love the opportunity to create a whole new area for hanging out. Right now, you can get a big discounts on all fire pits during Solo Stove's summer sale. Use promo code JTrain at solostove.com for an extra $10 off. That's solostove.com, promo code JTrain for $10 off on top of their incredible summer sale discounts. But hurry, the summer sale ends June 23rd.
It's coming up.
It's coming up. Swanky Hotel asking for donations. My husband and I have a wedding in Martha's Vineyard this summer. Love Martha's Vineyard.
I only hear about it.
You're from Seattle. Do they have a Seattle version of Martha's Vineyard? Is there an island that people...
I mean, Mercer Island is kind of wealthy, but Bainbridge, like Orca Island.
Orca Island?
I'm trying to think. Whidbey Island. Where else?
There's a lot of islands.
Yeah, there's some islands there.
Did you ever go there? Like, you go vacation?
Yeah, Whidbey Island. There was like a little beach house thing. My friend, I did that, but I don't think it's a Martha's Vineyard because I would hear about that all the time. When you're not an East Coaster, you have no idea.
Well, that's the thing, but I guess it's funny that you hear about Martha's Vineyard and I don't hear about Orca Island.
Well, that's kind of a deep cut. Nobody, like, Orca Island is not like Martha's Vineyard. They are not on par with each other.
So my husband and I have a wedding in Martha's Vineyard this summer. We decided to book a room at one of the most expensive hotels on the island because, one, the wedding is taking place there, so it's easier. Two, we can afford it. Sorry, not sorry. Because it's a wedding room block you have to call to book versus book online. The rooms are $900 a night before taxes, fees, etc. So for 2 nights, a king bed garden view room is $2,135. That's a big money room for 2 nights. Insane, but whatever. Okay, I don't need more of an explanation for that. Yeah. So as it gets time to give the credit card, the booking agent says, so your total comes to $2,135. But we've been asking guests to add a $25 donation that will go to the staff at the local hospital as a thank you for everything they've done over the last 2 years. So with the donation, your total comes to $2,160. They closed it?
Whoa.
They just assumed you're in? I was caught off guard, so I said, okay, gave my credit card and hung up, but now I'm fuming. This resort is charging me over $2,100 for 2 nights in their least expensive room, and they want me to give a donation to the hospital? Shouldn't they take $25 off of the room charge and instead of keeping it, give it to the hospital if they want to say thank you? Please tell me I'm not crazy. Thank you for the safe space. Disgruntled charity case. What do you think?
I think she's spot on. I agree with her wholeheartedly.
Totally agree. This is totally insane. The way she was pushed into it is crazy. This wasn't, hey, do you want to give $1 when you're checking out at the grocery store? This was, hey, you're giving $25 to the hospital. You should start thanking them.
Yeah. Yeah, at least at the grocery store, they give you the option.
Yeah, give me the option.
And that's just $1. To just assume that the 25 you're going to do is a bit much.
Here's the other thing that we can't trust. We don't know. I don't believe that anything happens in a goodness vacuum. So the idea that this hotel, out of the goodness of their hotel hearts, is like, and we're asking everybody to give $25. I'm sure they're getting a tax break. I'm sure the donation goes in under the hotel's name to the hospital, so then they get all the credits. What about us getting some credit? What about the person that gives? Do I get a thank you card from the hospital? Do they write my name on a wall? Right. Do I get to know anything? Why am I the anonymous giver?
Yeah, the hotel gets all the credit. The hotel gets all the credit. Anonymous for $25.
Yeah, and then end of the summer, the hospital's cutting a ribbon in front of the new hotel section of the hospital, going, we just want to thank the good people
at Sheraton or
of the Sheraton Corporation. And it's like, no, I was a part of that.
Yeah, there is this new thing that's happening just because everything is touchscreen when you buy shit now. So everyone just throws on a tip option. So there's all these point of purchase places that you would never think of tipping before, but now they just turn the screen around and it's there.
Yeah,
just because they have the option to put it on the touch screen.
I know. We've gone over it on this program before. That
pet peeve.
It is a huge pet peeve, and it's now translating into other things. That's the thing. It starts with the touch screen. Oh yeah, just finish up, and then it turns into, oh yeah, we'll take $700 from you to give to the Boys and Girls Club of America under our name. Like what? It always, and I'm not a slippery slope argument person, but I'm literally watching us slide down this hill as we speak.
Yeah.
Like the idea, and it's a $2,100 purchase. Like, and this is who gets taken advantage of. It's the people who spend, they go, oh, they can afford it. They spend $2,100 on a hotel room. No, I was forced to because the wedding is here. I'm part of, also to do this apart to the people in the wedding block.
Yeah,
the wedding block people at the expensive hotel are the least financially equipped people of the hotel to afford the hotel. Those are the people you should be helping out the most, giving the most discount because they're there in a world that's not theirs.
Yeah.
Go to the suite. Go to the presidential suite to the person that's like, we're here every year.
Right. They're starting their lives.
Yeah.
Financially, you need that money. I think when it's that much money, they just kind of sneak it in under the wire. Because if it was a transaction for $5 and they go, oh, we're just going to donate 25, you're like, what the fuck?
What the fuck?
But the 25 in relation to how big that chunk was, they thought they can just slide that and you'd be like, yeah, okay, yeah,
this is
hospital.
There is this weird thing where we take advantage of people who can spend money.
Yeah.
Because you spend it in anyways. And you go, well, how do you think they got that money? They not from being fucking idiots and just burning $100 bills. They don't work at the $100 bill burning factory.
Right. Just because they make more, they have to tip more. I've even thought this when you go to a restaurant, just, the tipping culture and such. So it's 20% just blanket across the plate. So why is it if I get a grilled cheese sandwich at a restaurant, as opposed to like, I'm going to pay 20% on this grilled cheese, but if I got this like tomahawk ribeye that's $200, I'm paying 20% on that. But it's not extra work to bring the tomahawk to the table. It's the same amount of effort.
It's hard. It's hard to like differentiate between these, because you also don't want to be the guy that doesn't tip.
Sure, but it is like this weird gap or logic flaw in the tipping culture where if a guy gets a grilled cheese sandwich as opposed to a tomahawk steak, the tomahawk steak guy is paying so much more money tip, and it's only because he has a lot of money.
We've always been against taxing the rich. It's in. I guess what you're bringing up is kind of a metaphor for a lot of things, where it's like it's always the people that gotta pay. Like, why doesn't the restaurant pay for the extra tomahawk? Why isn't it the company? Why isn't it the hotel giving to the hospital? Like, why is it always us? Why isn't it, big Martha's Vineyard hotel chain that's like, yeah, we're giving $5,000.
Yeah, this is it's like
they've left it up to us. You want an extra
GoFundMe.
50?
It's GoFundMe all over again.
JTrainPodcast@gmail.com. JTrainPodcast@gmail.com. Here with Fahim Anwar. Go check out the special on YouTube right now. It's called Hat Trick. Go, go, go. Luxury Lounge. AirPods fail and your podcast on blast. Feather, love all your podcasts. I'm a big fan here and of the U Up. Here's my complaint. I finally broke down and purchased myself a new pair of AirPod Pros. Huge fan of the AirPod Pros.
Really?
Love them.
I have the 1.0s, and I love those.
They don't hurt your ear?
No, they're perfect. They fit in my ear. They rest there.
You got lucky.
I don't like the ones that go in. Like, those go too in, the Pros.
Oh, I love it. Because it used to be this just hard plastic, and it was like reforming my
canals.
My canals. These kind of comfortably. I'm a pro guy. Every device I have is Apple, from my MacBook to my iPhone, even Apple TV. Should be an easy transition, right? My issue is that only one device can be paired at one time, and I find myself toggling between devices often and quickly. I love listening to your podcast on my MacBook at work to save my phone battery, but then will often pick up my phone to scroll through Instagram. But if I want to listen to a video, I have to go to my settings, select the AirPods, or it'll play on speaker. I have this issue too. You can only I have it with because if I try to like do a Zoom meeting on my computer, I have to turn off the Bluetooth on my phone so that my computer will pick up the AirPods. And that's fucking annoying, because then sometimes the Bluetooth doesn't go off, and now I'm off of Do Not Disturb, and I'm getting text through it's a whole thing. But I have to go through my settings, select AirPods, or it'll play on my speaker. Then I go back to my MacBook and hit play, and your podcast is blaring on the speakers because now my AirPods are connected to my phone and not my computer. My entire office has heard your podcast on speaker many a time. Well, great way to share it. This is ridiculous. How are we not in an age where two Apple devices can be paired at the same time? Thanks for reading. Maybe your response will end up on the loudspeaker in my office one day. What do you think? I agree with this. Horrible.
Yeah, that's a good point. And you think Apple would be able to figure that out, just to be like dually paired?
I think Apple can figure everything out. They know all their issues, but they are slowly breadcrumbing us into the next evolution of technology.
Do you think the next pods will be like, that'll be the feature?
That's the feature. You can connect to all of them. You could have done it with the last one. They knew they could do it. This is my issue with Apple, is that we are so dependent on Apple. Like, I'm not like, listen, if someone has an Android phone, good for you. You're a fucking loser, weirdo, poor person. I get it.
Yeah.
But Apple is too much of my life, where Apple could literally change the time of day, and that would be the new time of day.
Everyone's like, yo, that's a new time.
Yeah.
You have Android? Well, you're not on the right time.
I guess you're not on the right time. Apple could shave a minute off the clock every day, and by 6 months from now, I'd be like, day would be night, night would be day, and I'd be like, that's what Apple said.
The way it is.
Yeah, Apple. We think Apple. Like, it's funny that like you get a reputation, and it's just that's your reputation. Like, I think everything at Trader Joe's is healthy just because it's a Trader Joe's.
That's
like,
a good point, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, marketing is so strong. Apple, you would assume, is this like liberal. Everyone, who you put your finger up everyone's butt. No one gives a fuck. And then like slowly you come to understand that Apple is a company.
Oh, for sure.
Here to make money, and you know it because they change their chargers all the time.
What were they got like dongle crazy? Just everything was a dongle.
Yes.
Okay, your headphones don't work anymore. Here's a dongle. And then the MacBook Pro before this generation.
Yeah.
All right, we're just doing USB-C, but there's a dongle port for everything.
That's right. They change things knowing you just got to buy an attachment. It's like your friend who's like, oh, you got $20.
It's almost like when they killed Epstein. They're like, yeah, we fucking did it. What are you gonna do? Like that's what Apple does. Like, yeah, we do dongles now.
Yeah.
What of it? You're gonna buy it?
New charger. Mm-hmm. It works better. You knew how to make it better the whole time.
Yeah.
And you just go buy 7 new chargers.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Come to the store.
Remember when it changed from like they don't even use the USB that anyone else uses?
Oh
like,
yeah, that's gone.
They don't use this.
No.
Like this is the normal thing everything uses. What's this called, Shelby?
Like USB.
The phone.
Something. I think they're having to do it in Europe though, because sometimes Europe they don't play ball like America does. They go, nah, you got to make it these fucking universal plugs. So they might have to do that for their phones in Europe.
We have no backbone here.
Yeah, we're just like, do what you want, Apple.
Apple, just turn us over and keep on ramming.
I was walking around Brooklyn, and there's because I'm not really there. It was by that Barclay Center. Is that how you say it, Barclay or Barclay?
Barclay, I think.
Barclay,
yeah.
So they have that Apple store that's connected to the Whole Foods. It just looks like a liberal Death Star. It looks like a fucking spaceship.
Dun, dun,
For real.
dun,
I was just
dun,
walking
dun,
by and I go,
yeah.
oh, this is hilarious.
Yeah.
Talk about these like ultra liberal Death Star.
In Brooklyn.
JTrain
Podcast at gmail.com. JTrain Podcast at gmail.com. Here with Fahim Anwar. Go. It's on YouTube right now. It's called Hat-Trick Coffee Lid Orientation. First of all, I'd like to say I really appreciate your work. I'm a hot coffee drinker. Standard drip coffee, splash of half and half, no sugar, simple order. I understand you're an iced coffee drinker. That's right. So this might not be an issue you've had to deal with, but I am fed up with having to reorient the lids on my coffee cups. Maybe 60 to 75% of the time, the lid on the coffee cup is aligned so that the hole for sipping is on the same side of the cup as the seam on the cup rim.
Whoa, she's like speaking to my soul.
Really?
I thought that I was the only one noticing this, but this is a thing that happens.
Creating a gap in the seal between the cup and the lid. I don't know this world.
It's a very real thing, and I feel seen.
So it's on
Thank
the
you.
seam of the cup.
Yeah, so you know where the sippy cup hole is?
Yeah.
It'll be aligned with the seam, so it's not an airtight lock, and you'll get some spillage. Like it'll dribble down your chin or down your finger.
It would take less than 5 seconds for a barista to check where the seam is and orient the lid at least 90 degrees away from the seam so coffee doesn't drip out when I'm trying to take a sip. I didn't even know this was an issue. As it stands, however, I have to routinely check the seam location on the cup and make adjustments, which is a big pain in the ass if I'm holding multiple items or driving in the car. Thanks a bunch. Love the podcast. Can't wait to see your show in Tampa. Well, I was already there. I appreciate the email.
Yeah.
This is horrible. I didn't know...
Yeah, it's kind of our cross to bear, us hot coffee drinkers.
I mean, as a cold coffee drinker, I understand this because sometimes the cap, if they have the straw in it, sometimes it's just a mess. Mm-hmm. What bothers me is coffee is a stainable drink. Coffee stains.
Yeah, that's a good point.
There needs to be care taken like you would with any stain. It just bothers me that coffee is treated like water. They don't treat it like it is a problem to be dealt with.
Yeah. So it is to be respected.
Yes, it has to be. It gets no respect.
It could be very hot.
Yes.
It can stain.
Yes.
Respect the coffee.
Yeah. Because I'll put the lid on a cold coffee and it just drip around the side. It's on the bottom, and you go, "Did anyone even think of this?"
Yeah.
How about a napkin?
Sometimes with the hot coffee drinkers too, they'll pour it too much, and now I've got to do this balancing act on the way to the sugar. I'm gonna scald myself.
I've thought this for a long time, but they do it with a solo cup. You know, on the solo cup, it'll have like the lines that represent, like, you put the shot to here. If you go look up, there's a meme. We didn't realize that the solo cup was made where ice goes to this line, shot goes to this line. Like, they made it so there was a language being spoken on the cup. We need the same thing for coffee. This is to this line is for hot coffee with cream, to this line with no cream. We need the standardized lines.
Yeah, so everyone knows.
Yeah.
Well, opposed to, or like, this is different from to-go coffee. A pet peeve of mine that I have is when you're at a diner and you're doing some half and half and some sugar, you got the ratio just right, and they just go to town with the refills, fucking up your ratio.
That's right. You're right. Because you've now you got, you need more sugar, but you got to put half a packet in.
Now I have to go back to the lab and get it just right, where I had it perfect before. I don't need a refill after every 2 sips.
No. JTrainPodcast@gmail.com. Luxury Lounge, cars and fat hands. Okay. Hello. I recently bought a new Mazda CX-5. The entire time I was looking at the car, the salesman was talking about how the new Mazdas are designed around the driver. This car is the first car designed all around you, so on and so forth. Well, I've had the car for 6 months now, and they missed some things. The space between the driver's seat and the console is big enough for my phone to fall down it all the time, but not big enough for my not that chubby hands to fit in and grab the phone. So it can fit the phone, but not your hands to get the phone.
It's like a bear trap.
Yeah. There are no specific armrests, and the console and door armrests are not built for my 5'9" body. I just think if you're going to say you designed a car around me, you should make sure my hands fit, my arms are rested. I mean, who actually has their hands on 10 and 2? Sincerely, do better, Mazda. That's the thing. I totally agree with this marketing campaign does not match up with
the reality.
To say the car is designed around you is like, are you kidding me? Do you know how many yous are out there? Like, you are taking quite a chance with this marketing campaign.
But also, what car isn't designed around the fucking driver?
No, we just ran it around the kid in the back seat. That's the whole car. Yeah,
everyone designs a car with like the operator in mind. You're stating the obvious.
And I guess someone will be like, "Oh, but like,
ooh, for me?
This isn't a tailored suit.
Yeah, it's not.
I'm not wearing my car and going, oh, this fits perfectly. Like, you better have I just don't like that you've made such a claim that, again, can either be taken at, like, if you take it at that, you go, well, yeah, cars made around the driver. That's what the fuck it is.
Yeah.
But if you take it, if you're sitting there as the salesperson being like, you're going to be the most comfortable you've ever been. Well, you better fucking make sure it fits me. Like, because now I feel bad.
Yeah, should he have tested it? Like, maybe when he gets a new car, that'll be the drop test. Put it in the crack. Does my hand. It doesn't do it. He's like, I'm out.
I like the thought of it being a trap. Just like, yeah, I've been stuck in this Mazda for 6 months.
Just wasting away.
Please
help me.
My phone fell down there 6 months ago.
That happens in a lot of cars, though. That's not just the Mazda problem. It's like the no man's land.
Yeah, I once lost the converter, the USB converter, on a flight in between my chair. And there is nothing worse than losing something between the chair and then not being able to find it, because you automatically feel like you're a crazy person in an insane asylum. Be like, no, I swear it was down there. I'm telling you, I saw it fall. I saw it with my own 2 eyes. And everyone's like, what are you looking for? And you're like, it's down there. And then they go, I don't think there's anything down there. No, I swear. It's been down there the whole time. They're like, did you even board this flight? You're like, I'm not crazy. You're crazy. There's nothing down. There's a French fry down there from 1952, And
it's a weird place to be hunched over, like moving jackets in your bag. You maybe have when you lose some shit on a plane like that, maybe you have 2 minutes or 1 minute tops before it gets fucking weird.
Totally.
So you better find it within. There's like a timer going backwards. But if you're down there for like 10 minutes, people are like, "What do you? You can't."
People get annoyed with you. They go, "No, it's over."
Yeah. You had your time. You couldn't find it. Just sit back up. It's gone
the
forever.
phone's gone.
Yeah,
it belongs to the
buy a
plane
new
now.
phone.
JTrain podcast at gmail.com. JTrain podcast at gmail.com. Here with Fahim Anwar. Go check out the special youtube.com/Fahim Anwar. But we want hat trick.
So just if you type in comedy store hat trick,
this is the
it'll come
problem
up.
with this new world of technology. Is like we are ahead.
Yeah.
Like with the YouTube stuff. Like we're ahead as far as like someone that you got to stream it on your TV, make it a real experience. Like I watch things on my computer, but like
they made it so easy. You know, it took a while where, you know, back in the day, if something was on YouTube, people would watch it on their computer. But now people could fire it up on their TV so easy, or they could beam it from their phone to the TV. It's so seamless nowadays that me having this special on YouTube is just as easy as if it was on a streamer. You know what I mean?
And we've talked about, you know, people come on this podcast all the time. Hey, we got a special, whatever. And I'm always wondering if people are used to it in that way. Like I'm not. I would watch on my computer.
Oh, really? I just at home, whenever I'm eating lunch or something, I always, you know, I have all the streaming services too, but there's something about just YouTube is my home. Like that comes up first. I'll see whatever clips are, you know, it knows you. The algorithm is so much better on YouTube. It just knows me.
It knows what you're looking for.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, go watch it. Go make it. This is a date night. This is it.
Yeah.
Luxury Lounge. No IG story captions. Jared, Feather, thanks for all the laughs. My complaint was when people put up IG stories of them talking with no closed captions. I mean, this is our world. There are so many instances I want to know what they're saying, but don't want to put in headphones and listen. I want to read it. I live with my boyfriend, so when I'm scrolling in bed before he wakes up, I can't watch the stories if they don't have captions unless I put my AirPods in, which feels like a big commitment. Sincerely, no headphones, no problems. What do you think?
You know, if it was a reel, I understand. A story is kind of more fleeting.
Yeah.
I don't think to caption stories.
This is the first time I've thought of that.
Yeah.
And obviously we want everyone to be involved with what we're putting out there. Like we put it out there for a reason so that people will laugh and enjoy and be a bigger fan than they were the day before. But you're right. I don't think of like, oh, I got to get the captions. I got to worry about some woman in bed with her husband.
Yeah.
You know? Like,
I understand your plight, but I would say like in-feed videos is like the album and stories are like mixtapes. So if you and I are going to a coffee shop and some funny thing happened and I film you, that's just like a fun, fleeting thing. You want to
throw it on.
Throw it. It's not precious.
No.
I wouldn't be like, hey, remember when we were walking, let me throw I'm going to pay a guy $50 to caption this thing Jared said on the way to the coffee shop.
Well, now you can caption in stories.
Oh, yeah. So the Reels has this automatic caption capability. But does it do it on stories too?
They do it on stories now too.
Oh.
And my issue with it is it doesn't let you change the font.
Yeah,
It's
it is that
too
boilerplate.
big. It's that big, and you can only move it so much. Like on TikTok, the captions come in that like little tiny thing, and it doesn't look great.
Yeah, it looks like you're at a DMV and there's a TV on or something. It's like Bones. You're watching Bones at LA Fitness, and it's so tiny at the bottom.
I'm always on Bones. Always.
I don't think I've ever seen Bones with sound on.
No,
I've only seen it with closed captioning on a treadmill.
The Bones and Suits. Those could be either show, could be either one.
Yeah,
they are interchangeable as shows.
Yeah, I dare you to tell me which one is Bones and which one's the Suits. That should be a game show. Just
Bones or
Suits. Is this scene from Bones or Suits?
Let's do one more. We got time for one more? Yeah. Okay. Good. Okay. Luxury Lounge, expensive, shitty hair treatments.
Okay.
Jared, I have a Luxury Lounge complaint. I got a very expensive Keratin. I
think Keratin. Is it the straightening?
Yeah. It's
Ooh.
Treatment for my hair for the first time a few months ago to help with the northeast humidity. I had a coupon, so thought, well, not. Well, my luck. Okay. I had a coupon, so I thought, why not? Well, my luck, I had an extreme allergic reaction to it, which sent me to urgent care. Days of pain and discomfort, a scalp treatment from said salon, and a free haircut, and worst of all, hair loss in the front of my head. Now hair is growing back, thank goodness, but I look like a 7-year-old who took scissors to their own hair with super short bangs, and I'm spending so much money on hair regrowth serum. So much for the coupon.
Oh, man.
That's something I'm not using a coupon on.
Keratin treatment?
Just
any chemical thing?
Well, yeah, anything to do with, like, there's things in your life that you need. Like, my hair, I'm going to put the money into.
Mm-hmm.
My teeth, going to put the money into. My comfort, like, coupon has to be something that I could expect to go wrong and be okay with.
And bounce back from it?
Bounce back. This is a horrible situation.
It's a horror story. I don't think I've ever heard of anything like that.
And they did it for the first time. And again, it's your first time. To me, you do the keratin treatment, that's something like, this is a big decision you've made. You might want to do it again.
Question, the hair that wasn't burned off, was it straight?
Did it look good?
Did it look good?
If it looked good...
That's at least 3 stars.
I mean, I can't imagine in what world. Oh, you got a coupon for, like, they do coupons for, like, LASIK.
Yeah.
Like, there's coupons. I don't know. I'm just not.
For my eyes to get a discount.
Oh, why can't you see? Because here's the problem. The problem with a coupon is that if it doesn't go right, people go, well, that's what you get.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you get for. We're doing that to her right now. Well, that's what you get. Save some money. No such thing as a free lunch. And they're like, yeah, but I still lost my fucking hair.
Yeah, what's the course of action after that? Like, were they like, hey, we'll do another free one? Or did they feel really bad? Did they get the money back? Is it just a Yelp reviews, your only recourse?
Email the JTrain podcast. That's the only thing you can do.
Yeah, I mean, even of all the list of possibilities, I wouldn't think that would happen. That seems so extreme.
It's so
that
extreme.
could have never gone through her head.
And you're thinking, everyone does this all the time.
Yeah.
But also, you just don't know how you're going to react to the chemicals because it's your first time. That's the problem.
Huh. Do you think no matter where she went, the same thing would have happened? Just she had a bad reaction with the keratin treatment?
To me, it's less the coupon. But because you use the coupon, no one will ever leave that as the reason.
No one has sympathy because she used the coupon?
Because they go, yeah, that's what you get when you save some money.
But if she paid full price, everyone would be like, oh my God, I'm so sorry, you poor baby.
Money has everything to do with it.
That's a good point.
Like most things. Fahim, thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Everyone go follow Fahim at Fahim Anwar. Go watch the special. Hilarious. Fahim Anwar on YouTube. It's called Hat Trick. You're going to love it. You're going to enjoy it. I'm Jared Freid. We're here every Thursday in the lounge. Keep sending your emails, jtrainpodcast@gmail.com. We'll be back next episode. Boom.